family. Peace to you guys. First of all, I want to say thank you all for the love, the attention, and the sense of urgency towards my family, more especially in the case of my daughter, my aunt. She is back home safe with the family, for those who don't know, because some people are still asking. So thank you so much for that. I'm eternally grateful. Thank you so much. Now, the subject matter for today's live stream is, but I won't be able to do this for as long because I promised that I would make calls directly for people that's interested in either consulting. Consulting is $200 an hour, $300 in person. When you make the payment, I send you some questions so I can be debriefed on your specific interests and needs in order that I may be able to evaluate what it is you need, give you the necessary networks, mailing addresses, or suggestions, so that way we can optimize the experience. So by the time I'm on the phone with you, I don't have to ask you certain mundane questions that I already established through our correspondences. So that's one thing. Thank you all again, for real, facts. And that, of course, you email. When you're talking about mentoring or conscious advisory, the conscious advisory, that's more elaborate in detail when I'm coaching 12 times a month, 3 days out the week, 30 minutes at a time, and also, it's just more elaborate. I'm right next to you, step by step. We make it happen. All right, and then we have the course itself. That's you go to brother Polight 45 at gmail.com. Brother Polight, brother Polight 45 at gmail.com, and you leave your full name and your phone number. Never send the email without leaving your full name and your phone number. In this particular instance, I'll touch base with you, but other than that, an administrator will touch base with you. But I promised today that I was going to show the love and talk to people directly as much as I can, because I know the emails load up. But do your best to keep it to the subject matter for those people that's looking to still get into the course. As far as the course is concerned, this coming next Sunday, we'll commence. Comment and tell I'm on live. We'll commence 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, you can let know I'm at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll commence. Wednesday, we'll have a prep class that'll be public for holistic mathematics and the credit portion of the master course. And then, you call out? Yeah. And then we'll also have on Thursday, we're going to have what? On Thursday, we're going to have the PDF to the PowerPoint presentation emailed to you. That PDF is going to be consisting of instructions. Some of these instructions include seeing to it. Yes, we found my just review it. We definitely found it. I'm gonna pin that to the top as well. I posted a lot of videos about it. We're looking to move forward and do what we got to do, so I don't want it to become redundant. We definitely did. Just got to look at the previous videos and everything, and all the thank yous and praises to everybody. So one of the main things I need you guys to do, I told y'all before, actually on Facebook, to make sure you get that landline, to make sure you also take the time out to get an address, UPS, FedEx, in a neighborhood that's highly reputable, low in crime. Okay? Very important. Also, what I didn't mention is you also need to get a registered email address, as much as you also need to send out your mail, hard copies, registered mail, green card receipt, signature confirmation. This is the best way for you to correspond with creditors or financial institutions alike. Okay, so if you missed that point of interest, you need to get that now. I need you guys to make sure you go on Google and you purchase or you get for free whatever they have available, registered email. A registered email is the way that I want you to correspond with credit bureaus and financial institutions alike. It lets you know when they opened up the mail, how many times they opened up the mail, how long was the mail opened up each of the times they did open it up. They can sign for the email. It's legally binding, so no one can say they didn't receive your data. This is very important to what we do. Very important. So I need y'all to take this into consideration. Okay? Very important to what we got to do here. And the reason why you want registered mails, particularly when you're mailing out hard copies of the mail, the reason why that's so very important is because it has to undergo a chain of custody. So when you're mailing something out, registered mail, green card receipt, 3 different people have to sign on it to say, I seen it. Plus you are the one that mailed it out. So that makes 4 people. So it's very hard for a creditor or any institution to get away, a judge, whoever, get away with saying they didn't receive the mail. If you mail it out, registered mail, green card, receipt, signature confirmation. All right? Matter of fact, learn how to say that. Registered mail, green card, receipt, signature confirmation. All right? Not only do you want to do that, you also want to get a registered email. So when you send email out, it lets you know when the person opened it up, how long did they have it open, and how many times they opened it up, and also you can make it where they have to sign on it, along with a host of other amenities that they have. But you want things to be as legally binding as possible in order for you to correspond with creditors and financial institutions alike. All right? Yes, the course is $225, still discounted rate. It's going up to $300. Okay, it's raining. $225. It's going up, discounted rate. Okay, and let's see. Here's another affidavit I didn't go over with you guys before. Some of you may have followed me from Instagram just now. Here's, if you have a spouse or you've been with somebody for, let's say, seven years, or you wish to confirm that you've been with somebody 7 years. You know, I can only talk about so slick on these live streams. But the case in point is, by common law, you're married 7 years, or if you've been married, you can leverage your spouse's credit and be empowered by it, or you can let them leverage your credit for the advancement of their agendas fiscally or financially, I should say. So it says, as my right by law, I'm requesting that you merge my spouse's credit history with mine. Please make the necessary changes and forward a new copy of my updated credit report to me. Both my spouse and I authorize this change. Okay, both my spouse and I authorize this change. And then we got all the other data here. So this is one strategy that you can employ. Let me give you another strategy. And yes, when you send the email to purchase the course, you're going to brotherpolite45@gmail.com, and you're leaving your full name and your phone number. Never send the email without your full name, phone number, and also put the subject there of the amount of credit allotted to you per your credit card. So let's say you get $1,000 line of credit on your credit card. You don't want to use more than $150 out of it. And if you go over $150, you want to have a second credit card, and you want to have a balance transfer option on these credit cards. So if you go over their limit that you know you should stay within, that certain threshold, you allocate the excess funds to the other credit card. And in making that kind of conscientious decision, it's going to show that as a consumer, you make intelligible decisions. This will actually boost your credit score. You don't want to rape it now. You don't want to keep doing it over and over, but you actually want to do it from time to time. Okay? You want to do it from time to time. I don't have the time for the mystery stuff. If I tell you how to touch base, just touch base that way. All the hints and tips, and will you talk to me if I got to stay focused on this, because I only got a little bit of time, because I made a promise that I'm going to get back on my grind, keep focused, communicate with the family, and put that work in. So I got to stay on schedule. So LexisNexis is over here sending these messages to other people, which is nuts. Okay? And so, as an example of what I'm talking about, they'll take your credit, they'll take your account information, and they'll hold you to the fact that you are using more than 30% of the monies that's in your account month to month. 30% of the monies that's in your account month to month. They'll hold it against you and have you use, they'll hold it against you that you use more than 30% of the monies in your bank account month to month, as though your bank account is some form of credit card. So in other words, if you're getting overdraft fees here and there, if you're, let's say you're making $3,000 every month, but you have to use about $2,500 every month because your income to expense ratio is a little disproportionate on account of the fact you're kind of living check by check to cover your expenses. So you don't really have much money saved month to month. So the issue with that, when you don't have money saved like that month to month, they use that information against you. They use that information against you. And you don't want them to use that information against you. Now, someone who's wealthier, they don't spend more than 30% of the amount of money that they have in their account month to month, because they have a lot of money. So even when they spend a lot month to month, it doesn't contradict that ratio. But most of you out there, probably are using way more than 30% of the amount of money in your bank account on a month-to-month basis. And LexisNexis sends that type of data over. Why is this important? Because this determines your wealth score quotient, whereby whether you got a low credit score or a high credit score, both people, either low or high credit, get disapproved of getting larger sums of money. So our goal is to make sure you can get a $50,000 credit card here, $50,000 credit card there, or even a black card for those of you that take it the distance. Those of you who get the landline, like I told you, set up their mailbox, like I told you, in a highly reputable, low crime, highly competing school district. Those of you who are following the steps, you're going to take it to so many different levels. It's going to be ridiculous. But at the bare minimum, the goal got to be to get you 2 credit cards that have 5 figures worth on it. That when you double it up, you're looking at 6 figures in or around. Okay, that got to be the goal. That got to be the goal. And if that ain't the goal, you know, that's weird. So the point in case is when your wealth score quotient is compromised, they will not give you the amount of credit that you should be due. All right? So that's why LexisNexis, this template right here, is so important. It says I'm requesting a security freeze be placed on my consumer disclosure report. I opt out of you disclosing future information until further notice, including the CLUE report and other reports furnished LexisNexis regarding all personal information of mine. This security freeze request not only restricts credit bureaus and creditors, but also future potential employers until I lift this restriction. Under the Fair Credit Report Act, you're required not to comply. Now, what about that last sentence? That last sentence is important because we're talking about, hold on, let me put it back on there. Okay, right here. This security freeze request not only restricts credit bureaus and creditors, but also future potential employers until I lift this restriction. This FCRA, this Fair Credit Report Act, the Fair Credit Report Act, the FCRA is life. The reason why I read that sentence over, because a lot of you out there looking for a job, and you got to find a way to stop the jobs from peeling through your credit. Why? Because if you apply for 15 jobs, you might have your credit checked 13 to 15 times. If your credit gets checked all those times, your score goes down. Every time people start prying into your credit. It's part of the game. So how do you look for a job without getting your credit to go down or diminishing your opportunity to get approved for larger lines of credit? How do you pull that one off? How do you pull that one off? You feel what I'm saying? Well, I'll tell you how you pull that off. I'll tell you how you pull that off. You send this letter. You send this letter out, and you make sure that they're full aware that you don't want this type of information being solicited or going out to people to your disadvantage. So this is LexisNexis you have to communicate with. So you see, this is hindering a lot of people. This is hindering a lot of people, even people just being innocent and going out there to get them a job, or being denied in the future for them making the effort to go out there because you don't know who you need to communicate with to make sure they don't put you at a disadvantage while you endeavor to put your family at a great advantage while you're getting a job. So how do you stop employers from lowering your credit score every time you ask for a job? You got to communicate to LexisNexis. LexisNexis, you're asking me who you send the letter to. LexisNexis, the address, look, the address is here, fam. You gotta pay attention with me, walk with me. LexisNexis Consumer Center, P.O. Box 105-108, Atlanta, Georgia 30348. These are templates. When I say these are templates, I'm literally telling you, you can just fill in information that you already know. There's no information on there you're not going to know. Everything else is going to be there, so you can send it to them directly. This is for your empowerment. So again, the course, You have to purchase the course. Yes, it's true. Oh my gosh, I gotta purchase the course to get access to 6 figures. How easy is it to get access to 6 figures? When you fix your credit disposition, you get a trust and you assign a trust to insurance policy. You fix your credit disposition, you send out these affidavits and these letters to the financial institutions and credit bureaus alike. Everybody's supposed to be entitled to at least 6 figures. I know it sounds crazy, I know it sounds weird, but I know many of you still think that people are out here using cash to come up. No, they're using insurance and they're using credit. And then they know where to invest those monies, and even if they make an error in investing and some things don't turn around, they draw even, they lose, they still have a significant sum of monies in their reservoir to do something again. And many of us have been put in a very compromising situation per our ignorance to make decisions that work to our greatest disadvantage. You're talking 2 weeks, you're talking a month, you're talking a month and a half, you're talking 2 months. It all depends on if you got a 6-figure debt or you got a 5-figure debt and who's the credit holder and what city and state and jurisdiction you're in. So it wouldn't be honest to tell you, yo, we're gonna do a reply to accusation template. Just pardon me real quick. This internet on the computer, I'm using a different internet for the computer than I am my phone. Yes. Let me see what kind of questions is out there. Well, see, that's where the consultant and the consulting comes in. That's $200, $300 an hour in person. When you make the payment, I send you some questions. I get debriefed on your specific interests and needs. In my evaluation, we come up with some kind of curriculum, or I devise a curriculum of some sort. It may be consisting of a network of people to deal with, addresses, procedures, methodologies to be employed. And in that case, when we do it this way, we optimize your experience, because now you don't have to necessarily wait on, I don't have to cut into your time when we're doing the knowledge. What I mean by that is, when you make the payment and I send you the questions, when I get those answers and I do my evaluation, that saves you time. So when we do the consulting, we can get straight to it. So that's what the consultant's about. As far as the conscious advisory, that's the next level. That's when we're going nuts. Show a template to the debt collectors. Okay, I'll do that. I got you. Let me just get this thing back up and running. Boom, we back up. Okay, so I got you. Who said that? Can't even get a car. I'm just saying, you just need to get up with us. Who said that? Show a template. Yeah, you just gotta leave your full name and phone number. If you're emailing and you're not leaving your full name and phone number and telling us what it's about, it's a chance we may not connect with you. You always gotta leave your full name and phone number. Damn, somebody asked for the debt joint. I'm sorry, I want to say your name. But what matters is that I address what you want. So okay, so let's do this. Okay, hold on. Reply to accusation. This is what we was doing just now. So we got a reply to accusation template here, and it says what? It says, to whom it may concern, right? I'm gonna do it sideways right here. It says, to whom it may concern. It says, please be advised that I have received your computer-generated letter stating that you have ceased investigation of my credit reports because, in your opinion, you believe that I have used a third-party credit repair agency. Not only do I believe this to be a stall static on your part to grant you an additional 30 days to comply, because keep in mind, y'all, if they don't reply inside of 30 days, it's $30,000 fine to comply with my original request, but I believe it to be a blatant violation of the FCRA. You were advised by me on such and such date by a certified mail, okay, copy and close, that I questioned the accuracy of a few items on my credit reports. That request was written by me and mailed by me, not a third-party agency. It appears obvious to me that you are abusing your power under the FCRA, Fair Credit Reporting Act, to escape a complete investigation. Here again is the incorrect information being reported. Additionally, there is no law that states a consumer cannot use a third party, so using that as your excuse is irrelevant. In fact, the United States Congress has found the whole process so overwhelming that they afford consumers the right to use third party on their behalf if the consumer so chooses. This is why your statement is so shameful. I reserve the right to sue a credit bureau for violations of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and I believe I can prove that you did not use reasonable measures to ensure the accuracy of my credit reports, and now you are stalling the process even further. I realize disputes can be expensive and it is your job to stall them, but you do so at great risk. Please take notice that this letter dated, insert today's date, is formal notice to you that I'm requesting that you continue forward with my original investigation request, and please send the results to me within 15 days. I therefore legally and lawfully refuse your form letter, thus giving you only 15 days, not 30 more. I am annoyed and outraged at your accusation, and I researched my rights in regards to my credit file. Please expedite my original request immediately. Okay, so I done read to you the whole damn template. It's so much information, it's really not that deep. So all those people crying and complaining, you know, it's brother POLIGHT45@gmail.com. All you got to do is look at the one that's pinned to the top. You're probably writing my name wrong or something. Anthony Kennedy. Okay. So, and you know what would be interesting? When I go on my way to empower people, suddenly everybody's a professional at it. Where the hell were you people the whole time? Everybody's been suffering. But I tell you what people do. They use the data I put out for free and try to take it and run with it, and then they can only take you but so far. What I'm telling you is, the course that I do is so thorough. It's a do-it-yourself program. Why is it do-it-yourself? Because what we have to take into consideration, right, is that they want to, like for instance, third parties, when people do the credit probing for you, they attempt to use that to your disadvantage. And even though it's illegal to say that I can't use a third party to help me with my credit, what happens is a lot of third parties that help you with your credit, they don't do it by the letter. They're not employing a certain level of logic. And some people, entities outright don't know. They're just following the same tactics. And then people like y'all complain that it didn't really do nothing for them. And then the credit bureaus can start omitting them and say, man, this is bogus anyway. Y'all sending me these bogus claims and rebuttals, and because the third parties are BS. Under whatever circumstances, this is gonna work out. Okay, so you gotta grind. You gotta put the work in. But the course is gonna teach you what to do, how to do it, as far as mailing procedure and all that other stuff. Go over it, what it includes, how much it entails. Like even this, I can go over so many different facets of this one letter that many of you may not even consider. But that's what we do the course for, so I can pull up slides and I can really show you different circumstances and alternatives that revolve around it. You know, it's good to have the letter, and it's good if you know something off the rip that you say, I can use this for. But remember, I'm also showing you how to add positive items to your report. You gotta learn how to add positive items to your report. You gotta learn how to do that. You gotta learn how to do that. Yeah, you should go nuts with all this information. I mean, and the weird thing is, when you take the time out to give people free information, people go out their way to defer your attention to something else. Right now, you're literally getting just free info you can use. Why would someone go out their way to stop you from just getting that? It's like, yo, don't look at that, look over here. That's that get your hands out my pocket, Malcolm X energy. Facts. But like I said, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Like I always tell you, I'm too smart to be broke. Once you know what the disconnect is, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Once you know what the disconnect is, you can use the information for empowerment. All you gotta do is stay focused and stay the course. Facts. Can I show you how to add positive reports? Can you show us the template? Let me see. And that's from Lay Alvin P. I ain't got no problem, G. No problem. It's just time. Time is of the essence. Somebody asked for a dispute document. Standardized dispute document. Let me just show you this right here real quick. This letter is a formal complaint that you are reporting inaccurate or incomplete credit information. I'm distressed that you have included the information below in my credit profile and that you have failed to maintain reasonable procedures in your operations to assure maximum possible accuracy in the credit reports you publish. Okay, so forth and so on. I'm just going to skip through this because somebody asked about adding positive reports. Let's see. Dispute accounts that should be included. Dispute after investigation. Let's see. There's so many templates. Let's see. I'm looking for something else too for you guys. Oh, that's the verification letter. Hold on for me real quick, people. Okay. Sometimes you satisfy the debt and that should be out of there. Oh man, I'm sorry. I know my brain's scrambling because I'm supposed to be leaving soon and I want to stick to schedule. Okay, I'm just showing you the different things we got here. This is when you decide, hey, you're disregarding some pertinent data that I'm sending to you. Remember, it's $30,000 fine. A $30,000 fine if they don't respond. Okay. The brother asks for request to add additional information, additional credit information. Look, that's the name of this template. Request to add additional credit information. Now, sometimes you may have to pay them a little bit of bread. But that's them directly. That ain't me, that's them. And you see, it's a template. So you'll put the names that ascertain to the circumstance and to whom it concerns. And then you're gonna write, I'm writing you the request that you please include the additional information attached to my credit history report. You may verify this information with the source and I have included their contact details. According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA, Section 602B, I am permitted to have accurate and true information reflected in my credit report. To accomplish this, I'm requesting that my positive payment history with creditor's name be added. This will justly reflect my payment history. Therefore, I request that you immediately verify and add the enclosed payment history to my credit file. Please notify me within 30 days that the additional credit information has been added by sending an updated copy of my credit history report to my address above. The FCRA states a consumer's credit report should reflect completeness and accuracy within a reasonable time after notification by the consumer. By adding this information to my records, it will help to reflect a more accurate credit history report. If you require that this information be submitted to you directly from the source, please indicate the procedure and your fee to add this information. Okay. Now look at that. Police report, identity theft report, all sorts of, listen, Listen. Listen. You know, like I said, I actually take the time out to go on people's channels to see what they do when I'm not teaching, when they go out the way to not what I'm doing. And they don't even care about none of this information on their channels, on their pages. They spend no time, ever. But when I do something, if my child's missing, oh, it's a hoax. If you ain't see one of my other children, oh, I killed them for Hollywood fame. If I'm teaching you, look, these are the templates, and you can look at these for absolutely free. I'm gonna read it completely so you can write it down. I'm gonna show you it so you can verify what you heard is what you see. Then it's, oh, no, don't do that. You can get it from over here for such and such party. Listen, I teach you a do-it-yourself. I give you templates. You're getting well over 33 templates, letters, and affidavits. Anybody that paid for the course will tell you they got that, okay? You got Harriet Tubman's off the chain. I love the movie, but we're not talking about that right now. The PowerPoints that I have coming up for you, ridiculous. And again, the course is not inclusive, or pardon me, the course is not exclusive to credit restoration. It's just we deal with it in elaborate detail. But you also have to consider you missed the templates. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this video up. This is public. I'm leaving this video up. Take the information, do with it what you must. But just remember, if you mail anything out, use registered mail via green card receipt, signature confirmation. You have to pay for the course to get the 33 templates, to get the PowerPoints, to get the explanations, to go through the process. Because what I don't want to do is have people say, well, you know, I use it, but it ain't working. So for the refinement, you're going to get the course. And then again, the course is not exclusive to that. You're also going to learn insurance data, information. That's why you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number if you're ready to purchase the course. The course is $225. Yes, it is. And it's supposed to be $300. So the $225 is discounted rate. When are you getting exclusive videos? I've been doing exclusive videos, so please stop that. You already have 3 exclusive videos as part of the course, and if you don't got it, you need to send an email about getting it. Don't do that. I don't like when people do that. That's not right. Because I'll do something for the public, and then people get mad that the public's getting information. But I do separate things as well. I do have separate ventures as well. But sometimes you want to give the public the data, just so they can get the ball rolling, get their feet wet. And some people just broke as dirt, and they need to get something, or at least some kind of motivation to know that there's something out there for them. That's why I do it. So you can't knock it when people in the public get this information. When you do the course, it's so elaborate and detailed, it pales in comparison to what I do live. But at the same rate, what I do live for free pales in comparison to what other people do for free. You don't necessarily need a laptop. I don't like to make things difficult for you. So long as you have internet access, it could be through your phone or through Starbucks or some kind of computer shop. You'll be able to do what you gotta do. Get some headphones. Let's not slow down the progress. If times is hard, just get your course and you'll find a way to access the information. Let's never make it more difficult than it is, because sometimes we like the setting and the mood to be right. We want the candles lit. We want the roses there. We want to put the potpourri in the air so everyone can, and you want to be so comfortable, cozy, you fall asleep. You don't even do the work because your environment isn't even a work environment. It's not even conducive to work. So I like the air cold when I gotta work because I'm uncomfortable. I don't like no cold air when I'm working. So I like the air cold when I'm working because I don't like it. That's why I like it. I want to be uncomfortable. Because that's going to keep me up and focused. I don't want to work on my bed. I don't want to do that. Facts. So yeah, you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Oh, I appreciate it, Shinette Moore. And you also purchase the course, and you got your PDFs and everything. Thank you, sister. Yes, y'all got the email. That's where you send your phone number and your name if you wanted to have a correspondence. That's correct. Thank you, Noez Newton, for letting them know. I definitely touch base. The course is $225, Jabari. Email again, but put your full name and your phone number, because sometimes if you don't put your phone number, sometimes people put their name and their number, but they don't put the subject. Those emails get answered according to the data that's available, because time be of the essence between my administrators. And then when I say I'm going to call, I don't be trying to jump through fiery hula hoops. But a lot of time when people don't put the necessary information, they be out there to waste your time. Or they tell you, oh yeah, I'm about to do it right now. They hang up and then they disappear. People stay doing that. I don't have, that stuff is the most grueling part. That's why I respect my administrators, because people will tell you all sorts of craziness. Yeah, you can ask those questions through the email. Thank you, Kevin and Ebony. They said they love the data that's been sent. I appreciate you. Thank you. Duke the artist, pause. Polight for president, I hear that. What you up to over there? All right, y'all, so I'm going to connect with you guys. Just send those emails, your full name and your phone number. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do it for a good 45 minutes, an hour, and fall back. Make it happen. No way, said I prefer everyone pay for this exclusive information. You can only win. You get more than just credit restoration. That's a fact. And then again, if I'm creating a situation for you to get 5 to 6 figures upward and remove yourself from debt, because you got to remember, whenever people find themselves in debt, yo, listen, let me tell you how this thing works. When you find yourself in student loan debt, child support debt, foreclosure debt, 85% of the people that end up in those debts die with them. And if they die with those debts, most likely their life doesn't exceed any expectations they had prior to those debts. They become content or complacent with that particular disposition and limitation. So we talking about getting your life back or maintaining or sustaining it before it gets lost in the source. So peace to y'all. It's just a fact. Appreciate y'all. Of course it'll get you out the projects. Like, we gotta stop being in such a state of disbelief, and the information's right in front of you and you still like, yo, but is this gonna help with this, that, and the third? If you get 2 credit cards that got 5 figures on it and ultimately get about 6 figures or so, there ain't no reason for you to be failing, especially when you may have been in dire straits already, so you got enough history to say, I'm gonna allocate these funds properly to make sure I win. Well, I love you guys. King, please do this more often. I appreciate you, I will. Today I said, yo, I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna get on the lines, I'm gonna speak to people directly, I'm gonna do my live stream, because I know I'll be moving around and hustling and muscling and partying, celebrating, homeschooling, being a father, being the husband. It'd be a lot going on. Businessman, traveling, opening up restaurants, all of that, so it'd be rough. I'm not too excited about trade lines. I'd rather you just go about it live and direct with these credit bureaus, knock it out, and move on. I don't want you to really borrow against anybody's credit unless it's spousal. Yeah. All right, y'all. So you know the email. Leave your full name, your phone number. No need to tell lies or stories when people touch base with you. I'm gonna do it right now. And the person hang up, you disappear, you hide, you stop picking up the phone. It's not necessary. You're grown men and women. You don't have to be ashamed or embarrassed. Peace to you. Peace to the family in South Africa for sure. Y'all stay tuning in from out there. I appreciate y'all too. $225 for the cost of data and the materials. Anything after that is pretty much just mailing. And again, it depends on your particular situation. Hit me up. Peace. Love you. If you're a part of the people that's looking to purchase now, within 45 minutes, you're more likely to get me, depending on where your email ranks as it comes in, and or administrators, because I'm going to have everybody online for probably an hour. Then I'm gonna get on my grind. And then they'll correspond with you periodically anyway. So if you don't get a call today, don't lose hope. But the goal is going to be to see who we can touch base with effective immediately. Remember, it's brother POLIJHD45@gmail.com. Peace. Subject should be masterclass, master course, credit restoration. That should be the subject. Full name and phone number. Peace, huh?
You keep saying peace.
Yeah, because I get questions. People be asking questions, and they may have missed something based on the time they came in. Hey, thank you, Akali. Ogar, thank you for the support and appreciation for the course. That's another patron that's taking the course as well. Thank you, sister. Peace. I love the appreciation. That makes me want to teach and go harder.